Howdy howdy, this is Gretty Grinding back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover my thoughts on round 1 of the Doctor Strange and Night Thrasher arenas. So the first thing I always like to do is kind of bucket these arenas to past arenas, as that allow me to look at those past arenas results to do some trend analysis. And with the Doctor Strange feature arenas, we've got kind of a unique situation here. With the 4-star and the 3-star feature arenas, I think they fall squarely in kind of that old bucket because he's been available as as a 4-star and 3-star for some time. Don't know if he's ever been available in the arenas before for 4 stars and 3 stars, but as a champ, he's been available in those crystals for a pretty long time. So most folks probably already have him duped. There's probably not a ton of interest for him, very similar to some of the old champs. But when it comes to his 5-star feature arena, he's just been recently added as a 5-star, and so there's people that, will go after him like a new champ. So this is kind of a unique situation where you kind of will have probably a split kind of arena cutoff result because of that. And when it comes to the 4-star basic arena for Night Thrasher, I think he's going to fall right into that medium interest bucket. So now that I've categorized these, let me show you some past results, some recent past results for similar type arenas. Starting first with the 4-star basic medium interest. You've got all the way from like a Heimdall on the lower end to 2.36 million to the higher end of Korg and Emma Frost at the 2.6, 2.7 range. And then you have more recently the champion coming in at 2.3 million. I think we're going to see Night Thrasher land somewhere within this range. Now, when it comes to the old 3-star feature champ, like Doctor Strange really falls into, you're going to see kind of a just above those last milestone type of cutoff. And for the 4-star feature, really, we see right around 5 million all the way up to 5.6, 5.5 million something. So I think we're going to see there Doctor Strange fall in that range as well. But when it comes to the 5-star feature arena, since he's a newer champ as a 5-star, available for playing anyway, I think we're going to see him fall kind of in one of these buckets, and there's a lower end like 34 million for Annihilus or 37 million even for Ronan, who in my opinion is a better champ than Annihilus. But anyway, and these are numbers that we've seen recently, like for Captain America Infinity War, when he came back, really wasn't a new champ, but kind of had a new champ kind of score. Most new champs that have a higher score, most old champs that have a higher score, usually in that lower 30 million to 28, 29 million kind of thing. But we did see Captain America Infinity War as well as Iron Man Infinity War go above that and get closer actually to these Annihilus and type Ronin scores. But there's also for new champs those high end like 51 million we saw for Human Torch, and more recently for kind of like all that excitement around Call Obsidian, we saw him go to 62 million. I don't think Doctor Strange, even though I've heard across the community some interest to get him, I don't think we're going to see Call Obsidian numbers for sure. I don't think we're going to see Human Torch either, but I do think we're going to see a little bit higher than Annihilus and Ronin. But anyway, these are some past recent results for similar type arenas. So here are my thoughts for the round 1 cutoffs for the veterans bracket. And veterans bracket means your account's been open for over 61 days. I think we're looking for 42 million. I do think it's going to be higher again than Nihilus and Ronin, but not getting to that Human Torch number. I do think we're going to see low 40 millions for his cutoff. And then with the 4-star feature, though, I do think we're going to see squarely in the middle of that, average old 4-champ cutoff score. I think for Night Thrasher, we're going to see 2.5 million. So that's going to be kind of right in the middle of that medium interest range. And then 650,000 for the 3-star feature Doctor Strange. And again, with these cutoff predictions, I try to get within 5 to 10%. This is not an exact science game. There's not enough sample. The sample size isn't big enough to get statistically significant results kind of stuff. So that's why these are just rough ballpark. Well, I'd say a little bit closer than rough ballpark. It is based off of some simple trend analysis, but it's not going to be exact. So always try to give a grind target just to make sure you give yourself a little buffer. I'd go at least to 45 million if you really want to make sure. I mean, if you obviously go to 50 million if you really want to lock it in the bank. I think that's probably overkill in this case. So I always try to give you a ballpark kind of number so you don't have to spend forever and overgrind. So 45 million I think will work for that 4-star or 5-star feature Doctor Strange. 6 million should be enough for the 4-star feature. I think 2.8 million should be enough for Night Thrasher. Maybe a bit on the overkill side, but better safe than sorry, because I think the longer the Night Thrasher has been available in the game, more folks have find more value for him, and he's kind of raised in ranks in terms of his popularity as a champ in the game. And then with the 3-star feature, Doctor Strange, I think we're looking at 700,000. Just a grind target, just to be clear, not above the not the actual cutoff. I think that the 700,000, 710,000 should put you in the safety zone. And again, the grind target and these round 1 cutoff predictions are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the earlier brackets, there's just not a ton of results to do any trend analysis off, really. It's just kind of hearsay. My own personal experience now that's already getting a little bit stale, a couple months now, as I did at the beginning of the year with a new free-to-play account. So kind of keep that in mind. And there's been a lot of volatility in these earlier brackets alongside with Endgame when it came out, as we saw the number of installs for the game really jump after Endgame and or during all the hoopla around Endgame. So there's a lot of volatility right now in these earlier brackets as people move. The first bracket is 1 to 30 days, second bracket is 31 to 60 days. So we're kind of getting to the end of that Endgame surge. So we should see some volatility come out as we probably get back to norms in terms of newer accounts or newer players in the game kind of thing. So keep that in mind. Even, when we're far away from endgame, there'll always be some volatility in these earlier brackets just because there's just a lot of movement of people. Within 30 days, people are moving between brackets before, within 61 days they get to the veterans bracket. So with all that said, based off the latest that I'm hearing from the community, I think we're looking at 245 for the 3-star feature in the beginner's bracket. And the beginner's bracket, again, is for those folks whose account's been open 1 to 30 days. For the 4-star basic, I think we're looking at 800,000. For the 4-star feature, I think we're looking right around 1 million to 1.1 million. For the intermediate bracket, meaning your account's been open for 31 to 60 days, I think we're looking at 3-star feature around 550,000, the 4-star basic around 800,000, and lastly, the 4-star feature coming around right around 1 million as well. So anyway, these are my thoughts for the first round of the Doctor Strange and Night Thrasher arenas. Would love to hear your opinion, especially if it's different than mine. Throw it on down in the comment section, and be happy to discuss your thoughts down there. And especially if you have any questions, feel free to throw them on down into the comment section, and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Other than that, if you like this video or find it useful, we really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button. And if you like this and other videos I have on the channel and you haven't subscribed, would really appreciate it if you would. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.
This is